Technology is a useful servant, but a dangerous master. Until recently, this statement would be meaningless. After all, the development of technology has been slow and uneventful for most of human history. In the last century, however, technology has blossomed left and right. Automobiles, planes, nuclear bombs, among many other inventions, have all appeared in the last 100 years. But with all these inventions, the most impactful and recent might be computers. Within the last 30 years, computers have gone from bulky, big, and expensive to slim, powerful, and cheap. With the spread of household computers and the invention of the internet, the field was set for a new phenomenon which would spread like wildfire: social media. In 2003, a small company called MySpace appeared. This web-based platform allowed users to upload pictures, information, and posts. The concept was to share and communicate with friends and family, and the idea took off quickly. Social media was born. It was primitive compared to today, but spread rapidly. By its peak in 2008, MySpace was the leading social media site, valued at $12 billion. However, 2008 spoke the end of MySpace's lead, as the more popular company Facebook took over. Facebook started off as a platform like MySpace, but only for students at Harvard. Following its growth, Facebook was quickly allowed to other colleges, then high schools, and eventually the general public. Although MySpace had had a lead on Facebook of 2 years, in just 3 years, Facebook took the crown and established its place in our lives and culture. Facebook's spot in pop culture was solidified by one key ingredient: smartphones, which have led us to a new era of social media. By 2011, 350 million people accessed Facebook through their smartphones, roughly 1/3 of all Facebook users at the time. From 2007 to 2014, total revenue for companies selling smartphones went from $109 million to $1.25 billion. Smartphones were everywhere. The growth of smartphones has created a new market for social media, and new apps pop up constantly. Snapchat is a relatively new app which allows users to post pictures that will disappear after a short amount of time. The idea was to share photos more privately, but as it grew, Snapchat added storylines that all your friends can view. And now users share every aspect of their lives 24/7. Snapchat recently launched the Snap Map, which is a map displaying the location of your friends, allowing them to see exactly where you are at any time. This new development was met with concern and anger. While you can limit who sees your location, there is no direct warning to users. There is concern that this will serve as a new tool for criminals, allowing stalking and robberies more easily.
It invades people's personal privacy. Like, people can find out where your exact location. Like, say if a stalker came onto your Snapchat, like you didn't know, and they can find every single place you've been, where you live, all the time. I think it's a little creepy, but Snapchat added it, not my rule.
The Snap Map excludes a lot of privacy. It's something that Snapchat added to, ensure that friends are there, but a lot of people use it for, watching people, seeing where they're at, and not really using it for what it's for.
Social media and crime have already had a history together for several years now. Derek Medina, a 31-year-old Florida man, uploaded pictures of his murdered wife with a confession to her killing. In this case, Facebook helped catch the criminal, as often happens when people post pictures of drugs, vandalism, or other crimes. However, social media has also provided a platform for bullies. Cyberbullying has become a major concern, with millions of kids being bullied, 1/5 of which develop suicidal thoughts and 1/10 of which attempt suicide. Along with crime, suicide, and privacy, social media has been the basis for many controversies and political scandals. One example is the 2016 election, in which Republican nominee Donald Trump took to Twitter to communicate with his voters, along with expressing his opinions and name-calling his opponents. In a review conducted prior to the election, it was found that 1 in 8 tweets was a personal insult of some sort, and even after the election, President Trump has insulted 394 people, places, and even countries. There are growing concerns about the damage politicians and CEOs of major companies can cause. While social media has a disputed effect on society right now, the future looks to be bright. Social media has pushed forward a new standard for smartphone technology, and it continues to influence the expansion of future technologies. Facebook currently has resources put forth to develop mind-reading technology. Their goal is to eliminate the keyboard and make your phone operate by thought. Our own thoughts could be made public in real time as we think them. It seems more apparent that social media is not growing around us, but instead we are growing around it. As we push further into the boundaries of our technology, we discover new ways to implement our lives into our phones, computers, and social media. Companies will continue to battle for your attention, and even Facebook might meet a fate like MySpace. New technologies are destined to develop, making our lives easier and possibly less secure. New laws, ethical standards, and rules may be placed to help us secure the safety of the public while still enjoying the benefits of social media. For now, however, we live in a world where we expose our daily lives, post our information, and are exposed to electronic crimes of all sorts. Social media has a strong future, but only if we can fix the problems we have now.